One, two, one, two. One, two, one, two, two, one, one.
Mic check.
Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please be aware, we are going to be starting with our program within the next, I'm sure, 2 minutes. So may I please ask everyone to take, everybody to take their seats. I will indicate as we start with our program, and I will ask everyone who is in here, as soon as our dignitaries comes in, I will ask you to give them a standing ovation. Thanks very much. I will indicate.
What? Like this?
Ladies and gentlemen, like I indicated earlier on and requesting you to give our dignitaries a standing ovation as they are just about to come into the hall. May I please ask you to give them a standing ovation? Yes, you can clap hands as they come in. Thanks very much. Everybody may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, without any waste of time, allow me to start the program and ask the mass choir to come up in front to come and render the national anthem. Can we please give them a big round of applause? The mass choir, please, come over.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are not a mass choir, we are Satu choir. Thank you very much.
We are not mass choir, we are Satu. Show comrade. Show comrade.
Back about the switch off.
I'm going to ask everyone to join the choir in the singing of the national anthem of the Republic of South Africa.
Izwa imithandazo yethu
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's give the choir a big round of applause. And I think it's only fair and proper for us, before we start with our formal program, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm going to ask everyone to rise as we observe a moment of silence to remember the teacher, all the educators who passed on. May I please ask you to rise and observe a moment of silence. May their souls rest in peace. Thank you. The MEC of Education, Dr. Maboya, Head of Department, Advocate Tshwarelo Malakwane, Acting Director General for Districts, Curriculum Management and EDS, Mr. E.T. Munso, District Directors present here today, CESs, Deputy Directors, DCESs and SESs from different units, leaders of teacher unions, members of teacher unions, Chairperson of the Provincial SGB Council, Mr. Selebedi, President of the Provincial RCL Council, Dawson Jacobs, accompanied by Mr. Clayton Andries and Mangaung Metro Education District RCL TLO, the 2025 National Teaching Awards winners, Provincial Manager, ELRC Free State, Mayor Rose Sefotlelo, SAIS Free State Provincial Coordinator, Mayor Jessica Motelesi, ETDP SITA Provincial Manager, Mr. Clifford Mokwena, communication officials, members of the media, both print and electronic, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Selo Ndona, and I'm going to be the program director for this session. Welcome to Marematlou Training Institute, the World Teachers Month celebrations. As we are quite aware, the month of October is recognized as the World Teachers Month, with the 5th of October being designated as World Teachers Day. Welcome After the last provincial event that we had of this nature was on the 19th of October 2022 at Relebeletse Primary School. And the theme for 2025, this year's World Teachers' Day theme is Recasting Teaching as a Collaborative Profession. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the program today, ladies and gentlemen, as we go on with the celebrations. And without any waste of time, may I please ask you to give Mr. Monso a big round of applause, who is coming to do the purpose of the day.
Program Director, Ntate Silondona, I thought we would start by saying I taught you. I thought we must start first there. Because today we are celebrating teachers. Let me acknowledge the presence of MEC, Dr. Mamiki Maboya, the head of department, Advocate Charolo Malakwani. Let me observe the protocol already established by the program director. Today, we mark a special occasion as we close a 1 month set aside to celebrate people who matter in our life, to celebrate mother of all professions, to celebrate teachers. Teachers touch the lives of so many like a candle. They light the house, the candle. In the process, it gets burnt out. That's the work of the teacher. Today, Program Director, we remember in 1966 when ILO and UNESCO declared teaching as a profession and that teaching must be accorded its rightful status as it prepares the children of every country. Today we remember the fallen heroes and heroines who sacrificed and paid the ultimate price, which is their life, whilst teaching the children of the nation. We remember all teachers who passed away in trying to make our country one of the best in the world. We remember those teachers who passed away whilst trying to make a great art child to write. We remember those teachers who passed on, who tried to make our kids to read for meaning. Today, we recognize the civic responsibility of teachers, that a teacher is accorded the right to teach the children of the nation, that it is only the teacher who can make sure that a child can read with understanding, a child can understand mathematics. There is no any other profession that can do that except for teachers. Today, Dadendona, it's only teachers who have been challenged to recover learning. All the professions, they go ahead as if there was no COVID. Today, it's teachers who must raise the bar and ensure that our learners are counted among the best. Today, we commemorate the multifaceted role of educators, as social workers, as parents, as nurses, as fathers and mothers in their schools. They go beyond the call of duty. Today's purpose, we are saying, we want to say thank you to our teachers who are doing a wonderful work, led by different provincial secretaries and their chairpersons. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Acting Director General for Districts, Curriculum Management and EDS, Mr. E.T. Monso. MEC, I need to disclose that while training to be an educator, I was taught by Mr. Monso. And ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with our program, let me also make you aware we are going to have a wellness team. They are busy sitting outside on my left-hand side. They will be here up until the end of this program. Anyone who's got any challenge, if maybe they will be having a dentist, if maybe you want to discuss anything about cleaning off your teeth, patching and filling, they will be here. A dietitian will also be here. They will also be assisting you in a number of any challenge that you might have. So as you get some few minutes later on, they will be here up until we finish the program. And after that, allow me now to call upon on stage Mr. Khopane, who is going to do the acknowledgements of the NTA winners. Can we please give him a big round of applause as he comes in here?
Thank you, Program Director, MEC, HOD, and the acting DDG. All protocol is observed. Colleagues, you see, I'm old school. My DDG came with a tablet. I'm still having papers with me. And the HOD has said that you must maximize the use of technology. Colleagues, I'm standing before you this morning to acknowledge the National Teaching Awards winners of the province. We must indicate that these are teachers who have demonstrated excellence, and we acknowledge the fact that they are members of the various trade unions in the province. We did have our National Teaching Awards provincial ceremony on the 15th of August, where the 17 winners were presented to the event, but we deemed it fit that we share with colleagues here today those winners. I'm not going to call them by name because they've been called by name on the 15th of August, but I'm just going to ask all of them to just stand before us here, the provincial winners, so that all of us, we see them. Can they all stand up, come here? Oh, Hotel Parliament stage. Colleagues, these are our winners for 2025 in the province. I see that we are missing others. I know that Miss Strauss is, from Harib apologized. She indicated that she will not be here. These are teachers who emerged victorious, and they are an epitome of excellence. But we also want to indicate that these colleagues went further to represent the province at the National Teaching Awards. And MEC, I know last year you were not very happy about our performance. And we deemed it fit that we must up our standard. We had 17 categories contesting in the province, 2 of which were provincial categories, but the others were 15 which went to the level of national. Now, out of the 15 that went to national, colleagues, we want to introduce those who won at national, and I'm going to request them as I call them to come forward. We had 2 number 1 positions. The first one in the Kada Asmal Lifetime Achievement Award, which is an award given to a teacher who has been in the service for 30 years or more, who has shown outstanding achievement in their work. Who is from Letlotona Lady PS, Mr. Mufokeng M.I. Mr. Mufokeng got a prize of 150,000, 10,000 cash, Woolworths 1,000 voucher, a tablet, a SIM and backpack from MTN, Telkom website for the school, teacher training for staff, and an online digital learning from Vivlia. I must also indicate, colleagues, that he also had a weekend one in the province, over and above the prizes that he got in the province, a weekend away for 2 which he said is going on January as he goes on retirement. Thank you, Madam Speaker. The other winner from the very same school, from Letlotona Lady Peace School, our position 1, she'll be going to the DBE on the 15th or 16th of November. This Miss Naledi Nicole Masienyani, who is number 1 in excellence in primary school teaching. I'll be quick, colleagues. She won a car, an international study tour to Denmark, Walton's voucher of 5,000, Woolworths voucher of 1,000, Samsung tablet, a Lenovo laptop, and remember they also got laptops from the province. Ne? Gift from BIG and a telecom website for the school. Now, the two are from the same school. We said that the school is big, they can put that in the same school. I was of the view that they must donate to the adjacent school. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now, we also had position 2 in excellence in teaching maths, GET, Miss Gina Strauss, who's not here, from Ruvel Primary School. She won 20,000 rands from Alan Gray, also 50,000 rands, a Woolworths voucher of 1,000, tablet, SIM card, backpack, laptop bag, teacher training for the school, box of stationery, a 21-day trip to China, telecom website for the school, and online digital learning from via Africa. Then we also had 3 colleagues who attained position 3. And MEC, I must indicate that for the first time we saw the prices being very good at the DBE. And we must indicate that one of the intentions of ours for presenting here to all the teachers is to encourage others to participate in the NTAs. Excellence in teaching mathematics, I did this one. The colleagues who got position 3, we had excellence in teaching physical sciences, Mr. Lekhoa SR from Popano. And we must also congratulate Mr. Lekhoa. Just after he came back from the NTA ceremony at National, he received his appointment letter as a subject advisor for physical sciences in Mangaung Metro. Now, Mr. Lekhoa has a voucher of 5,000, another one, Woolworths, 1,000, but he also has a trip, 21-day trip to China. So he'll also be going to China. Then we also have excellence in secondary school leadership, 3rd position, Mr. Tebello Chabalala from Kopanong SS. And colleagues, let me share with you. When we were doing training, he said to us, I thought I had done much, but it's like you started me afresh. And he was not that confident, but he went and he made it, attained position 3. He also has a voucher of 5,000, another one of 1,000. All of them have tablets from MTN. He has earphones, telecom website for the school, teacher training for the staff, online digital training, and also a teacher development trip to Denmark. Is it the case?
There's no communication.
Okay, I'll check with National on this one. Then, thank you very much, Tate. A round of applause. The last one is Miss Lindiwe Tlake, who got position 3 in excellence in special needs leadership from Patalatsane Special School, from my hometown, my second home, in Viljoenskroon. She also has a number of prizes here. She got vouchers, 1,000 and 5,000, tablet, as I indicated, teacher training for the staff, and online digital learning from Vivlia. A round of applause, please, colleagues. Now, colleagues, we wish to thank our social partners for having encouraged their members to participate in the NTAs, but also extend our gratitude to their better halves for having supported them throughout the processes, and thank the principals of schools and their SMTs, officials, and also NTA teams, but also our adjudicators for having worked tirelessly to ensure that we prepare these colleagues as they went for the national adjudication. We also thank themselves for representing the province well at the national leg of the NTAs. But for us, the real winning will be manifested in them uplifting other teachers to their level of excellence. And in line with the theme of this year's World Teachers' Day, that teaching, recasting teaching as a collaborative profession, we are of the view that they will go and collaborate with others to bring them up to their level. We therefore call them to contribute to the production of excellent teachers in our schools. An apt question was asked during our DG engagement with the province on Tuesday as to how do we utilize our NTA winners. And we did respond to that question to say that many of our NTA winners become leaders. They become lead teachers in their different subjects. They are PLC coordinators. They lead in their professional associations. They also become mentors of other teachers, but most importantly, they continue to shine and produce quality results. And the slogan that was coined by one of our colleagues is that in the NTA, if we don't win, we learn. So those who get into the NTAs, they learn. It becomes a changing phenomenon in their professional trajectory. Thank you very much, colleagues. You may sit down. Program Director, thank you very much. I think my work has been completed. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think they deserve another round of applause for the excellent work. Let me also take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of SIREC and VIE Director, Re Seleboho Patrick Ditebe, who's also in here. Thanks very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, remember the 2025 theme is Recasting Teaching as a Collaborative Profession. I will be taking you down memory lane with regards to other years' themes. Like in 2008, the theme was Teachers Matter. That was the theme in 2008. And in 2009, the theme was Build the Future, Invest in Teachers Now. So I will be taking you through all these themes through the years up until to the 2025 one. And without any waste of time, ladies and gentlemen, MEC, we've got also learners from Rosenhof Special Schools today with us. And it gives me great pleasure to call upon two of them. I'm calling upon, both of them are from Rosenhof Special School. I'm calling upon Rethabile Monosi. They will be reciting the poem, but they're quite aware they've got their own style on how they are going to do it. May I please ask you to give them a big round of applause as they come to the stage.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rethabile Monasi. Sorry. Okay. It's been a minute since I've been on stage. My name is Rethabile Monasi, and I am from Rosenhof High School. I'm currently doing matric, and I'm from a small town in the northern Free State, which is Paris. And and today I would like to say that teachers, you are our parents, you are our best friends, and you encourage each and every one of us to believe in ourselves. We come to school without any judgment from you guys, because we know that you believe that it doesn't matter where we come from, what we have been through, but all that matters is where we are headed with all your learning and all the education that you give to us. I would like to welcome Newa Tswalanga Budibe to come on stage to recite her poem to all of you guys. Thank you very much.
Dikgomo tseo Basotho le manamane a tsona. Lebitso la ka ke Neo wa Habodibe. Ke etsa grade ya 10 sekolong sa Rosenhof. Mme ke tlo letsetsa poem, ke tlo letsetsa thotokiso. Thotokiso ya ka ha e ka letsatsi la ka sheko empa e ka tlhekefetso ya basadi. Ke mosadi ha ke lejwe. Taba ena e kare ha e tsejwe, tsatsing lena ha e tsejwe. Ke mosadi ha ke lejwe. Seke wa makala ha o nkotla ke a lemala, o ntshenya lebala ke pabala. Ha ke hatile mabala ho a bonahala, seke wa nghalala le jwale ke kgalala. Le haeba o ntsheditse mahadi, tokelo ya ho sia fahlo sa ka se le mabadi, mmelo le mehwabadi ha ona yona o di mabaka bosadi ntshebe. Ke itse ke mosadi ha ke lejwe. Ho wena senatla ba ka bophelo bona le boleng, senna o nkotlanya maboteng ha ke a tswallwa thoteng, ke mohale ke a tlotlwa ke a hlokwa ke a bokwa, ha ke potele kgohlwang ka lehlaka e hleka e a hlaka. Ke itse ke mosadi ha ke lejwe. Le ha o ka ba wa ntshiya nkekebe ka ba le tlakala ka tlala ka shwa ke tlala. Seke wa nqala ke sa wetsa letho wa nahana hore ke sethotho ba mpheta ka matla, ke senatla sa kelello se nang le mamello. Ke mohale ke nyakallo ke tharollo ke topollo ya mo. Fela bohale ke ba sebupi sa mollo, itlhokomele pele o tla boa. Ke mosadi ha ke lejwe. Ke a leboha.
Nete fela ke gore o itse kwa o yang teng o tshwanna ke gore o gakologele kwa o tswang teng. Mosana o diragaditse matshetse tla go mo fe matsogo gape. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And also be aware, ladies and gentlemen, this session is being live streamed on all the department's social platforms. Just be aware of that one. And ladies and gentlemen, in 2010, the theme was Recovery Begins with Teachers. That was the theme in 2010, Recovery Begins with Teachers. And in 2011, the theme was Teachers for Gender Equality. Like I indicated, I will be taking you down the memory lane and remind you about past years' themes. And now I'm calling upon, we are going for the message of support. I'm calling upon the SGB Council, and it will be represented by Mr. Selebedi. Mr. Selebedi will be coming up. Let's give him a big round of applause. While we're still waiting for Mr. Selebedi, I think I'll move over to SAYS, and I'll ask Mayor Lekwele to come over. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to Mayor Lekwele. So far, we are doing well in terms of the times. May I please ask all the speakers to observe the times as indicated on the program. Thanks very much.
Mayor MEC, Mayor Maboya, the head of department, Advocate Malakwana, all education leaders and stakeholders, to the guest of honors of today, the teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring greetings to you from the South African Council for Educators on behalf of our CEO, Me Ella Mokhalane. This year's Teachers Month is celebrated under the theme, Recasting Teaching as a Profession of Collaboration, highlighting the transformative potential of collaboration for teachers, for schools, and at the education system, supported by policies, practices, and environments that value mutual support, shared expertise, as well as joint responsibility, and recognizing that this is essential to strengthen teaching and learning and strengthen teacher professional fulfillment. The importance of collaboration, ladies and gentlemen, in teaching cannot be overstated. As teachers, we often emphasize the value of teamwork and mutual support in helping our learners achieve their full potential. This is equally essential for us also as teachers to practice, because it helps create more effective and inclusive learning environments. By working together as teachers, we can share ideas, share resources, challenging lessons that cater to diverse learning needs, and also to unlock learner potential. One of the benefits of such collaboration is the creation of a sense of community, a sense of belonging, a sense of togetherness. When teachers work together, you support each other and you support your well-being also. This assists to reduce burnout, leading to a more positive, productive teaching environment. Furthermore, collaboration fosters innovation as well as critical thinking in the classroom. As Tata Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. And you as teachers are agents for change. You, our dedicated teachers, are the center that holds the system together. You play a critical role in shaping the future of education. Your impact extends far beyond than just in the classroom, shaping the future of leaders for tomorrow, and for that, we say thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, lastly, let me wish you all a happy Teachers Month and a special appreciation to all of the teachers that represented our province in the recently held National Teachers Awards. I thank you so much. Enjoy the celebration.
Thanks very much, Mayor Lekwele, for the message from the South African Council of Educators. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm now calling upon representing the SGB Council, Mr. Constable Silivedi. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Program Director Ndadisi Londuna. Good morning to you all. Let me first start by apologizing. I had an event there at the school where I come from. They are having a prize giving. So I thought it would be done by now. But at least I made it to the event in time. And I will start first by acknowledging the Honorable MEC, Dr. Mamiki Maboya, the HOD. And I saw that in the program, in a rare situation, that all the unions are represented, and it's very humbling to have the leaders, the elected leaders of the teachers who are doing so much in shaping the future of our country and of our province. Despite all the challenges that you are seated with for those 7 hours of each and every day, but you keep on keeping on. And this is the appreciation that is coming from us as the SGB, as vested with the task of creating enabling environment for teaching and learning. But I want to communicate a message to all the teachers in expressing the heartfelt gratitude for the work that you continue doing. Prof, I often say teaching is not an easy profession. I would not want to say a career. I would want to be careful in selecting words. Because in a career, you would expect that someone would choose a particular career with the expectation of earning salary and having millions in their pockets. But in teaching, there is no such. It took a courage for you to choose that particular path, because all what is happening is that you are driven by the love and the passion in contributing towards the development of South Africans. And with that, I would truly, on behalf of the parents of Free State, I would truly want to extend that gratitude and thanking you as teachers for the work that you continue doing. Let me go to the SGBs that are tasked with this responsibility of ensuring that there is teaching and learning, because the protection should start first at that particular environment. Firstly, with our kids that are sometimes failing us as parents in undermining and disrespecting the teachers, but also creating a very difficult condition for the teachers to advance what they need to do, which is teaching and learning. And to all the parents, we need to continuously understand that a first teacher is you as a parent at home before your child can come and spend those 7 hours with the teacher at school. We need to work hard in trying to discipline that. It is also our responsibility where we are, to some extent, failing you as teachers by not assisting in terms of discipline of our kids. But let me also go to the union leaders. Now that union leaders are here. When we join unions, and when you get elected into the positions of authority, your sole and main responsibility is one. It is to protect those that have elected you into that particular position. It is said when you get into spaces where some union leaders miss that point, and as a result, they put more pressure on teachers, their own members for that matter. They would use their positions of power and authority to victimize those that would be having dissenting views. And as a result, you are causing a strain for our kids, because we can't be having teachers that are unhappy. We can't afford to have teachers that are unhappy teaching our kids. And if after this event, we can celebrate whichever way we want, But if union leaders are not going to contribute in creating that positive energy in the space of teaching and learning, these celebrations can come and go. We can champagne and wine, whichever way we want. We need to understand the importance of us being elected as leaders in the unions. It can't be us that would victimize our own union members. Lastly, let me come to the departmental officials. As we celebrate the teachers, some of us HOD, as departmental officials, we behave like we've never been in class before. It is very sad. It is very sad. We behave like we've never been in class before. We behave like we don't know the challenges and the struggles that those principals are going through there. To a point that we even connive with some of the union leaders to frustrate further the principals and the teachers at the level of the school. That is very sad. That is very sad. And we should ponder and start reflecting about all of these things. I know that in most of the cases, I would forever be careful in using words. In most of the cases, we are running after compliance as the departmental officials. But compliance, Dr. Kubuza, cannot assist us in understanding and comprehending the challenges that we are seated with at schools. If we are not going to contextualize the compliance as the HOD would be demanding that we do things accordingly, we are breaking the quality of education that MEC is always preaching. We will never be able to become excellent, because you can't achieve excellency with depressed teachers. You will never achieve excellency with unhappy teachers. And that unhappiness starts from your colleagues in a form of departmental officials and your own leaders. And I think we need to start reflecting as all the stakeholders in how do we assist a child, because a teacher remains the heart of all of us. And if that teacher is not happy with all these processes that we suddenly suspend and manipulate to frustrate the teaching and learning, we are not going to have kids that we want to see. And with those words, I'm not going to be long. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to represent parents in terms of that. Thank you very much, MEC.
Thanks very much, Mr. Selebedi, with a powerful message rendered today. Ladies and gentlemen, in 1994, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, and the International Labour Organization, ILO, declared 5th October as the World Teachers' Day to commemorate the signing of the UNESCO and ILO recommendation on the status of teachers, which was signed on the 5th of October, 1966. I'm now going to call upon SADTU Choir to render a musical item. A big round of applause to SADTU Choir.
How do you get it? Hela ntate moholo, no batla selomong. 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 Hela ntate moholo, no batla selomong.
Amaruri Badra Khadija Sentle. For a moment, I thought I was listening to Mama Nebongi on Lesedi FM on Saturday, or maybe listening to Motsweding FM on Sunday, Lebo Mokhatla. What a wonderful performance. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2012, the theme was Take a Stand for Teachers. Take a Stand for Teachers. And in 2013, the theme was A Call for Teachers. I will be taking you through them. And now, without any waste of time, and also still on the message of support, I will be calling upon the ELRC represented by Me Sefotlelo. A big round of applause to Me Sefotlelo.
Greetings, everyone. The Honorable MEC, Dr. Maboya, Advocate Malakwane, the HOD, honorable guests, the leadership of the Free State Department of Education, the leadership of the teacher unions, teachers present here today, and all other organizations in attendance. On behalf of the Education Labor Relations Council, on behalf of the Executive Committee and the General Secretary of the ELRC, I wish to convey the message of support to all teachers in the Free State Province as we celebrate World Teachers' Day under the theme, Recasting Teaching as a Collaborative Profession. This theme resonates deeply with the ethos of the ELRC, which seeks to achieve quality outcomes in the public education sector through collaborative engagement among all stakeholders. One of the ELRC's key initiatives that embodies the spirit of collaboration is the Labor Management Partnership Program, LMPP. The program promotes the inclusion of all voices, particularly those of educators, in decision-making processes. The program aims to strengthen relationships between stakeholders. It builds on existing areas of excellence, and it further improves learner performance through harmonization of the workplace. This program, the LMPP, it also seeks to restore the integrity and dignity of the teaching profession. In reaffirming teaching as a collaborative profession requires the active participation of all stakeholders in the education sector. It calls for shared ownership and a unified commitment to achieving our collective goals. While each of us here today plays a role in upholding the esteem of the teaching profession, today we pause to celebrate the unsung heroes in the classroom, the teachers. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to every teacher for their unwavering dedication and passion for their calling. As the ELRC, we remain deeply committed to celebrating teachers and their immeasurable contribution to society. May May you, teachers, always remember on this day and every day that you are valued and that your contribution to the society extends far beyond the classroom. It extends far beyond the classroom. More than any monetary reward, your legacy lives on through learners that you inspire. It lives on through educated individuals who go on to transform our nation and the world. So as the ELRC, we are deeply committed to celebrating teachers and your immeasurable contribution to the society. And for that, we thank you. Thank you, Program Director.
Thanks very much, Mayor Sefotlalo, with a wonderful message delivered today. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, another message of support coming from the ETDP SETA. I'm calling upon on stage Mr. Mokoena. Let's please give him a warm welcome.
Ntate Khopane, wherever you are, we are together. Le nna ke tshwere le page mo. Program Director, I piggyback on the protocol that you established when you opened this gathering, but I will take a moment to greet and to acknowledge the presence of the MEC, Dr. Mabuya, the HOD Advocate Malakwane, and the Acting DDG, Ntate Monzo. Ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. But I also want to extend, a special greeting to all the educators who are invited here, who are here today, but also to, thank you, but also to acknowledge those who could not get an invitation today, who are still in schools as we speak now, sitting here, who are invigilating the exams, who are doing the catch-up, who are preparing, the learners for the final exams. We also acknowledge them. As the ETDP SETA, we could not, we could not say no to the invitation when it came to come and join like-minded, organizations and individuals who are gathered here today, to celebrate our teachers, not only in this province, but in the country as a whole and internationally, the world at large. Being a teacher is one of the most gratifying professions and careers one can ever have. You have the opportunity to build, to mold character, to plant the seed for lifelong learning, to influence, to guide. Your product is not a tin of fish, nor is it a loaf of bread, but it is a living, breathing human being who has dreams, aspirations, and who all have the opportunity to be the best they can be. You are the ones who are assigned that responsibility to shape them into that final, product that we want. You sure are a special breed indeed. Although we celebrate educators in the country and the world, as I indicated, we as the ETDP SETA, we are particularly proud to be associated with teachers in this province through our partnership with the Free State Department of Education, because you are the best in the country. It's not me who says that. Every year in January, there is a gathering somewhere there in Joburg, where the minister announces, provinces as to how they performed. And for the past number of years, Free State has been declared, as to be the best performing province. So this actually shows that teachers in this province, not only do you do your work as educators, but you also go the extra mile, because it takes a lot to get, to number one. When Free State got number one for the first time, some people thought it was a fluke. That I remember Panyaza even saying, no, we are coming back for our number one. Panyaza Lusufi, the MEC in Gauteng, said, no, we are reclaiming number one next year. It didn't happen. The following year, it didn't happen. We are still sitting here. Free State is still the best. So can we please a round of applause, you know, to all the teachers in the province. This shows that you are not doing what you are supposed to be doing. You are actually doing it better than anyone else in the county. We also acknowledge, you know, the fact that teaching these days is also one of the most difficult professions to engage in. There is a lot of issues that are going out there. Societal decay is sending children to our schools for teachers to fix. Parents are abdicating their parental responsibilities, you know, to the teachers. We have issues of drugs in our communities. We have issues of crime. We have issues of poverty. The social media, access to the social media is also creating, you know, havoc amongst our children. These are the challenges that you as educators confront with. You are not just teachers, you are mothers. Even one of the learners that stood here indicated that parents, you know, teachers, you are our parents at schools. You are mothers, you are fathers, you are counselors, you are psychologists, you are priests, you are role models, you are disciplinarians, you are everything to each and every one of this child. Yet you yourself are also having your own personal issues at home, in your own private lives, but also professional. The challenges, you know, issues of pay, issues of morale, issues of overcrowding in classes, those are the challenges that you also grapple with. But yet, you soldier on. You continue. You actually defy all these odds and you do better than you did yesterday. Because you have this responsibility for this one child. If only one of these children can hear me and be the best that, you know, can be. If all of them can be, you know, a better, you know, reflection of what they can be, I would have done my job. So for that, ladies and gentlemen, as the ETDP we congratulate, we salute you as educators. We celebrate you and we honor you. You are the reasons why we are here today, and we will continue to partner with the Free State Department of Education to push for the professional development of all educators. Happy Teachers' Day. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Mr. Mokoena, for the message that you delivered today. And ladies and gentlemen, as I still take you through down the memory lane, giving you the themes, in 2015, the theme for that year was Empowering Teachers, Building Sustainable Societies. That was the theme in 2015, Empowering Teachers, Building Sustainable Societies. And in 2016, the theme was Valuing Teachers, Improving Their Status. Valuing Teachers, Improving Their Status. Thanks very much, Mr. Mokoena. Let me also make you aware, ladies and gentlemen, the bathrooms, the first ones, as you move out of this door, others are at the back. Others, as you move out of that back door, bathrooms also are available for ladies and gentlemen. And moving forward, going into the message by unions, I'm calling upon Mr. Moloi representing SATU. A big round of applause to Mr. Moloi.
Program Director, Ndatendon, I was not ready because in terms of the program, there is a video that should be played. I was going to copy from that video, so I'm still not ready. No, thank you very much, Program Director, for allowing me on behalf of the South African Democratic Teachers Union to present our message of support to our teachers on this important October month. Let me acknowledge, because Program Director, maybe as you started the program, you should have established the protocol, so we'll not be going there all the time. But because that was not established, let me also acknowledge the presence of the MEC for Education, Dr. Mamiki Maboya, the Superintendent General Advocate Tshwarelo Malakwani, and I saw the acting DDG, Ntate Monso, officials of the department who are also here, leaders of SADTU in the province. I've seen the PwC members here, and the other PC members are also here. You are also acknowledge our colleagues from other unions, and I've seen Cozy for Life here. So from the other union. So you are all acknowledged, comrade. And most importantly, comrade, as the teachers, I'm not saying our teachers, I'm saying as teachers who we are here today to honor. Comrade, today we join the world in celebrating World Teachers Day. We note that many organizations as well as individuals have actually done so on the 5th of October, which is the exact date that World Teachers Day is celebrated. But in our case, that could not be done, hence we are celebrating this one today during the month of October. As we do that, comrade, you know, at times we don't want to spoil the mood. We are in a very celebratory mood today, and the Constable, I don't want to get into that debate that you venture into about the unions and all those things, but we'll have space at a particular time to engage. As SADTU, comrade, we do not only honor the teachers of today, but the generations of teachers and knowledge keepers who came before our generation of today. We thank the MEC for Education who acceded to our call and the request as the union that teachers should be celebrated for their selfless commitment and efforts beyond their duty time. Not that the MEC did not want to celebrate, because in their messages she always acknowledged the good work, but the celebration in the form that we are today, that is what we have been requesting as the organization, that we need to find a way where we come together as teachers and be celebrated by our employer, who is the Department of Education. I so wish that the Constable, that even the parents themselves can go that extra mile and celebrate the work that teachers are doing, even on their behalf, where they are on daily basis. We are pleased that the senior officials of the department, led by yourself, Honorable MEC, are here today, as opposed to what happened some few years ago, where a gathering of this nature was organized. But unfortunately, it was only one official, and I can see him there seated there, who was very frustrated in the detail, when everyone was not there to celebrate or to honor the teachers. But today, at least we can see them in numbers. Though we are still not happy, MEC. We don't see the directors here. The district directors are absent here, and other senior officials are not here. Maybe they will raise the issue of the exams and also, which is not an excuse, because principals and teachers are in charge of that process at the level of the school. So maybe that is something that we need to engage on beyond this. We acknowledge that there are many teachers who would want to be part of this celebration, but because of the nature of the organization, they could not be all accommodated. And this is the issue that we raised when we were planning for this particular session, that let's start somewhere. But moving forward, at least we must have a bigger forum. And maybe we must go to the stadium where all the teachers can be supported, transported to that particular venue. Or even at the level of the district, they should be celebrated, where everyone will then be able to attend, to avoid the situation of the selective approach where certain individuals are picked up to to celebrate on behalf of others. But we acknowledge the efforts made to have this gathering taking place. The World Teachers Day has a history that led to the first celebration in 1994 as established by UNESCO and Education International to recognize and celebrate the role teachers play in providing education and shaping society. It also served to highlight the challenges teachers face, advocate for their rights, and promote the ILO UNESCO recommendation concerning the status of teachers. This is the reason that we should not reach the level that as a union we should beg and pray for the Department of Education to celebrate the hard work of your employees. So that's what we are saying, that it's so embarrassing at some point where as organization we have to come back, let's celebrate, we beg even for the time off at the level of the branches, the level of the towns. It's difficult for teachers to meet because they are told they don't have time off, and when it is their month that they should be celebrated, not them organizing the event, but the officials, the community, the parents must be in the forefront of ensuring that teachers are recognized. The work that they are doing is actually recognized. This is something that we need to talk about moving forward. If we've reached this situation where we beg for the celebration, we could ask the question about the kind of employer and the Department of Education would have become. Today, as we gathered here under the theme Recasting Teaching as a Collaborative Profession, we affirm that teaching has never been a solitary act, but a heritage of togetherness, a covenant between a teacher and student, community and society, past and future. This theme further highlights and emphasizes that collaboration remains a key to educational transformation. Whilst today we are in a celebratory mood, as I indicated earlier, we should not forget the conditions under which teachers are working under. This, however, does not suggest that all years of democracy were in vain. A lot has been done to improve the conditions, but more still need to be done. Our teachers of today still need more support from the system that will value teamwork, shared wisdom, and sustain public investment. Whilst not sounding like a scratch record, we need to re-emphasize that investment in the public education is a matter of must. We need to recast teaching as a profession of unity, dignity, and transformation. The studies about teachers contemplating to abandon their profession because of unbearable conditions under which they work should be concerning. With the introduction of early retirement without penalty, we might be heading for a disaster, because that will be clear license for those who are frustrated to leave the system. Do we have a plan as the department in place when they leave? Teachers are overwhelmed by too many administrative tasks, overcrowded classroom, inadequate mental health support, threats of violence from learners, increasing ill discipline among learners, and pressure from officials of the department, as well as our parents in the HGBs. They are giving ourselves a lot of pressure instead of working with us as teachers. It's us and them. And we can't have that kind of a situation, because education is a societal issue. We need one another. We, however, commend the resilience and dedication of teachers amidst all the challenges, and we urge them not to despair, because as the union we remain committed to fighting for the improvement of their working conditions. and ensuring that they have voice in shaping the profession. As we celebrate today, we need to remember the sorry state of our grade R practitioners. Those are the teachers at a very important level of our education. We believe from this gathering, the Department of Education, and when we say the Department of Education, MEC and HOD, we are not limiting the scope only to yourself, because the problem is bigger than yourself. The austerity measures that has been imposed by Treasury make it difficult for provinces to survive. This is the challenge that we are confronted with. While we say, as the union all the time, fund public education. It's a must. Without resources, will not be able to live to the slogan or the motto of the department, leaving everyone, supporting all the children across the greater. That will be a pipe dream because of the lack of resources, which is the finance. But our teachers are able to produce the results that we are enjoying now, despite all the challenges that we raise. And the unfortunate part is that, you know, hangata ha o sebetsa ka thata maemo a se hantle o gona o sebetsa go le jwalo go nkwa gore ena wa gona o tlamele a sebetse gona mo e ka re ke bophelo wa gago e ka re wena o etseditse o sejetswa mo o leng jwalo. Ene ha re batla go fitlela situation sane HOD MEC se re tla re ho lekane ibe re a emisa ebe ka ha re responsible, but maemo a ho sejetswang ka ona ka tlasa ona a tlamele hore a matlafale. Ba tseba ha o ka Department of Labor ha e ka ya o tse ding tsa dikolo tsa rona di lo kwalwa ka baka la hore ha di comply with Occupational Health Safety Act. But despite those challenges that matitjhere a ntsa tswella ho sebetsa le a bona hore thapo ke ene ya motlakase theuile e ka nna tshouka ngwana e ka nna tshouka titjhere kana go engwe le engwe empa ba ntse ba re pele re aya. So ha re a tlameha ho etsa the abnormal situation ebe the normal situation forever. We need to change the situation, and fortunately we are working together with yourselves. And that should be cascaded even at the level of the schools, that working with the unions is a matter of a must. It's not a choice. Officials cannot decide when to work with the union or recognize the organization. We are the voice of the voiceless, who are our teachers, our members. We don't exist by mistake. We are a legislated trade unions. We wish all our teachers all the best, especially during this critical period where the exams are underway. We know the stress that comes with this examination for both teachers as well as learners. And we call everyone to give their support. I will repeat all the time, parents, support the learners. Don't put pressure. When you know throughout you have not been supporting the learner, you have not supported, don't put that much pressure that by hook or crook you can't come home pass. So work with your learner, ensure that at least they succeed. And we recognize all the hard work that our teachers have done in preparing the learners for this examination. We believe, as always, that the province will do well because our teachers are working very hard. Thank you very much and enjoy your beautiful day.
Thanks very much, Mr. Moloi, for the message. And ladies and gentlemen, the theme for 2017 was Teaching in Freedom, Empowering Teachers. Teaching in Freedom, Empowering Teachers. And in 2018, the theme was the right to education means the right to a qualified teacher. The right to education means the right to a qualified teacher. That was the theme in 2018. And now moving on, still under the messages by unions, I'm now going to call upon Dr. Mohadi representing NADU. A big round of applause to Dr. Mohadi.
Thank you very much, MC. Revolutionary greetings to all that gathered here today. I'm very much elated to be afforded an opportunity to be the support message on the Teachers Month. Our MEC, Dr. Maboya, the SG, Advocate Malakwane, the acting DDG, Tate Monso, Chief Directors and Directors gathered here, CESs, and all dignitaries, inclusive of our fellow union leaders, Satu, Natu, Peu, Sawo, Naptosa. You are acknowledged today. And all the protocol is highly observed. I'm just not going to talk too much today. I guess our leadership, Ntate Briggs Moloi, has mentioned a lot of things. Other than that, it will be very much rhetoric. However, there are issues that really needs attention. I would be saying, as we bid our celebration, it feels so good to be honored. Thank you to the Department of Education to have a thought on us. A fair reminder to the theme for this year, recasting teaching as a collaborative profession. Certainly, we are reminded by the theme to demonstrate that teaching is a collective effort that relies on teamwork and shared responsibility to meet evolving demands of teachers. However, there are challenges that are in the classroom and into the curriculum. Adapting to technology. The sudden shift to online and hybrid learning created a significant technical and pedagogical challenges, especially when content was not designed for remote delivery. Workload and support. Teachers faced heavy workloads, and the need for support to staff and clearer workload assignments is highlighted. Teacher shortages. Funding for education and availability of qualified teachers are persistent issues in many parts of the world, creating shortages and impacting workload. Safety concerns. Teachers experience security fears and face challenges such as school violence, leading to a need for better security measures and support system, which is what has been said by Ntate Moloi. Solutions and support here. Increased investment, sustainability, and consistent public funding and increased investment in primary education are crucial to addressing teacher shortages and improving working conditions, if our working conditions can be improved. Professional development. Here we need to implement the robust induction programs and providing continuous professional development that includes 21st century skills and digital competency in some regions is very much essential. Therefore, infrastructure and overcrowding persist, impacting the teacher and student safety as well, particularly in some other regions. Pedagogical adaptation. Teachers must adapt their teaching methods to new technologies, the use of technology. Sometimes without adequate training or time for planning and management and new educational strategies. There are challenges in professional and personal well-being, the mental health issue, where there are stringent working conditions, like those in the pandemic, are directly linked to changes in teachers' mental health. The issue of excess A and B lists that leads to redeployment is a challenge. and teachers are suffering. Teachers cannot make decisions because they are on redeployment. You cannot make a concrete decision like buying a house or buying a car because you are in excess. Tomorrow, you might be suffering. Now, the career development, there's a global immigration policies and anti-globalization sentiments that have career uncertainty for some teachers, particularly non-native English speakers, impacting on career development. In closing of the Teachers Month celebration, I need to express a gratitude and acknowledge dedicated teachers in their hard work that they are doing. So in this noble profession, teachers should be considered. Like countries in China, where teaching is regarded as a high status. In Luxembourg, where teachers are highly paid. Even in South Africa, we would really welcome to be remunerated accordingly. Your guidance and mentoring is noticeable. Teachers don't just teach, but inspire to have the best version of learners. Thank you to all teachers in the work you do. May your passion for teaching burn bright and inspire more generations to come. Happy Teachers Month. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Dr. Mohadi, for the powerful message that you rendered today. And moving forward, again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now representing NAPTOSA. I'm calling upon Mr. Dikoti. A big round of applause to Mr. Dikoti, representing NAPTOSA.
Thank you. No, thank you so much. And recently when I speak, I would want to start with a clapping of hands in advance in case what I'm saying is not going to be impressive. Thank you. Warm greetings to everyone gathered here today. And I'm recognizing all the dignitaries that are present. A special greeting to all educators representing thousands that are left at schools to continue with the work. I'm Dikotsi Ramachera. I'm the provincial CEO for NAPTOSA, Free State and Northern Cape. We are here not to honor an invitation. We are here to visibly celebrate with teachers from across the provinces as teacher unions. There are times, colleagues, comrades, Kasamas, when we should look at each other's trade union logos, but not see any logo. And I will repeat, there are times when we should look at each other's trade union logos, but not see any logo. Today is one of those times. Standing here, I don't see NAPTOSA, nor NATO, nor SAOU, nor PSA, no PEU, no HOSPESA, and I don't see SATU. I just see dedicated reps of teachers, people who are proud of their career. Every teacher union is important in its own way, and this is something we must acknowledge and respect. You know, leaders of unions always laugh with each other, spend good moments together somewhere, whilst their members scratch each other for things they can't even explain. It's a very sad situation. We must always be humble with each other, always love each other. You never know where we will meet. Tate Mofokeng in Bothaville who won, you know how we met in Bothaville. Briggs, I never knew Briggs and I will lead unions at some stage. We played soccer together. He supplied all the balls in my soccer team and I scored all the goals. And here we are today. Imagine if we had not met and if we were not good to each other. Jessica from SAYS, I shouted all instructions to her when she was my shop steward in Northern Cape, and now I must go to her and ask for favor and presentation. So you never know where you will meet someone. HOD, When you were doing drama in schools, I was a very young boy. I'm that boy who always ran to the stage after your performance in Kronstadt. I'm the same young guy, HOD, when my union of SATA celebrated 100 years. I'm that same young guy who negotiated a very good fee for your band to perform at that function. Okay, so we recognize and praise teachers' resilience during challenging times, sacrifices, and professionalism. Do not stop, colleagues, Kasamas, comrades, because there's no reason for you to stop. Do not stop because there's no reason for you to stop. If there's anything wrong with the image of teaching, surely there's no policeman, there's no clerk at school, there's no pastor, there's no departmental official, nor a politician. No street cleaner will fix that image. The image of teaching career will be promoted, protected, and fixed by teachers themselves. NAPTOSA salutes all teachers at this moment and beyond. And as we conclude, let us have a good time today and reflect pride in being teachers or being in education as officials. MEC, all the other conditions of service issues, I will find other platforms to raise them, and I have many. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Mr. Dikot. You are so fortunate to be having the second round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2019, the theme was Young Teachers, the Future of the Profession. Young Teachers, the Future of the Profession. And in 2020, the theme was Leading in Crisis, Reimagining the Future. I'm now going to ask the SATU choir to come and render the musical item. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Mawani musali wantate kilorile ampamunacha. Mawani musali wantate kilorile ampamunacha. Mawani musali wantate kilorile ampamunacha. Ampamunacha, 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 ampamunacha. Mawani musali wantate kilorile ampamunacha. Mawani musali wantate kilorile ampamunacha. Ampamunacha, 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 ampamunacha. Mama ni musali wantate, kilorile ampamunacha. Mama ni musali wantate, kilorile ampamunacha, 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 ampamunacha. Mama ni musali wantate, kilorile ampamunacha.
Sorry.
Untekele sana marena, 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 untekele sana marena. Elebana mutu wawela, 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 elebana mutu wawela. Minderibapala mutu wawela, minderibapala awela, minderibapala mutu wawela, minderibapala mutu wawela, minderibapala mutu wawela, minderibapala awela, minderibapala mutu wawela. Elebana mutu wawela, elebana mutu wawela, elebana mutu wawela, elebana mutu wawela. Mineribapala mutu wawela, mineribapala awela, mineribapala mutu wawela, mineribapala mutu wawela, mineribapala mutu wawela, mineribapala awela, mineribapala mutu wawela. Elebana mutu wawela, elebana mutu wawela, elebana mutu wawela, elebana mutu wawela, elebana mutu wawela,
Ladies and gentlemen, they deserve another big round of applause. That is Satu Choir. It's only on rare occasion where you see a district director even standing, joining the choir. Ladies and gentlemen, let me acknowledge the presence of Mangaung Metropolitan Education District Director, Ntate December Moloi. Thanks very much for your attendance, Ntate. And also, we're still doing quite well in terms of time. And representing Sao, I'm calling upon Mayor Mutupi. A big round of applause to Mayor Mutupi, ladies and gentlemen.
I can get monyetla ona to acknowledge our MEC, Mayor Dr. Maboya, our HOD, Advocate Malakwani, the directors, Matitjhere Akamatle, all protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, beloved teachers, today we gather to express our heartfelt appreciation for the remarkable individuals who shape our future, our teachers. As a representative of SAO, we stand united, acknowledging the tireless dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment that each teacher brings to his or her classroom every day. Teaching is not just a profession, it is a calling. Teachers inspire curiosity. Teachers are the guiding lights that illuminate the path to knowledge, understanding, and personal growth. Their influence extends far beyond textbooks and examinations. They shape character, instill values, and nurture dreams. In a world that often feels uncertain, teachers provide stability and hope. They adapt to the challenges of every school year, embracing change with determination. Teachers work late into the night, crafting lesson plans, grading assignments, and finding innovative ways to engage their learners. Today, we celebrate not only their accomplishments, but also the countless sacrifices they make. Teachers invest their own time and resources to ensure that every child has the tools they need to succeed. Their patience in the face of challenges, their creativity in problem solving, and their empathy in understanding diverse needs are only but some of the things that make teachers extraordinary. Your voices are powerful, and together we will continue to fight for better working conditions, fair compensation, and the support you deserve. So thank you for your passion, for your resilience, and for the unwavering belief in the potential of every child. Let us carry this spirit of appreciation forward, not just today, but every day. Thank you for being the heart of our education system. Happy Teachers Month.
That was from Saud, ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Mutupi with a message. And let me once again remind you the theme for in 2021, it was Teachers at the Heart of Education Recovery. Teachers at the Heart of Education Recovery. And in 2022, the theme was the transformation of education begins with teachers. The transformation of education begins with teachers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing PSA, I'm calling upon Mr. Taule. Taule, let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much. Shoo, askaba serious. Ke upale smile lantsos. I feel like I'm in front of the ad hoc committee and being asked about 121 dockets. Program Director, thank you very much. I hope and trust I'm not gonna waste time. The colleagues have spoken. I'm just gonna align my speech with what they've said. Honorable MEC, Dr. Maboya, Advocate Malapwane, our HOD. I see our district director is here. Distinguished guests, fellow union leaders, and most importantly, our beautiful educators that gives us #1 every year. I greet you all. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and privilege to stand before you as we celebrate this noble calling of teaching. I must say, teaching is more than a profession. It is a vocation that transforms lives, shapes communities, and builds the very foundation of our future. At the heart of every thriving society are teachers whose passion, dedication, and commitment to learning shines the path for generations to come. This year's theme, Recasting Teaching as a Collaborative Profession, reminds us that education thrives when teachers, officials, and all other stakeholders work together. When ideas are shared, experiences are valued, and support flows freely amongst all of us. Teaching has never been a solitary pursuit. It is, at its heart, a collective endeavor, one that draws its strength from cooperation, mentorship, and shared vision. To our beautiful educators, your work extends far beyond the classroom. Every lesson you teach, every word of encouragement you offer, and every collaboration you nurture builds the future of our nation. Your spirit of teamwork and dedication to your learners and our learners exemplifies the highest ideals of your calling. In an ever-changing world, with crippling economy, with crowded classes, shrinking budgets, increasing demands, and growing expectations, the challenges that you are faced with in our schools are more complex and demanding. Yet, it is through your collective effort that these challenges are met with resilience and creativity. Today's theme calls us to embrace a culture where we support one another, celebrate each other's successes, and stand together in pursuit of excellence. It invites us to view schools not as an institution of learning, but as communities of shared vision and mutual respect. As we recast teaching as a collaborative profession, let us continue to build networks of trust and partnership where every teacher feels valued, supported, and inspired to grow. For in standing together, we magnify our impact, and in working together, we ensure that the light of learning shines even brighter for generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate your contribution, may this occasion renew our collective commitment to strengthen the bonds amongst us. Let us continue to create an environment where collaboration is not just encouraged but celebrated. For it is through unity that we can truly transform education and empower every learner to reach their fullest potential. Allow me to say to you, a belated Happy World Teachers Day, and thank you for being the heart of our Provincial Education Department. Thank you for being the heart of our classrooms. Thank you for being the soul of our future. I thank you. Thank you.
Representing PSA, that was Mr. Taule. There's supposed to be an item to be rendered by Satu, but maybe they are busy. Are they coming in? Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, while they are still coming in, let me just remind you, in 2023, the theme was the teachers we need for the education we want, the global imperative to reverse the teacher shortage. And in 2024, the theme was valuing teacher voices towards a new social contract for education. That was the theme for last year, 2024, as I'm calling upon now Satu Choir to render a musical item. Before we go to our remaining speeches. Satu, over to you. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to Satu Choir.
Temakhaya Bathanda besicela indlela Sikhulule Ngisihambe Temakhaya Temakhaya Akonchemeleshe Yasamaya Ebeleshe Isalame Kolo Yasamaya Kolo Ayeme 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 Kolo Yasamaya
That was Satu Choir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without any waste of time, allow me to call upon, we are going to have a message from the RCL Council. I'm now calling upon the President of the Provincial RCL Council, Dawson Jacobs. A big round of applause to Dawson Jacobs.
Good morning to our dedicated educators, distinguished guests, and our Honorable Mangaung Metropolitan Education District Director, Mr. Moloi, HOD Advocate Molokwane, and Honorable Dr. Moboya. I'm Dawson Jacobs, grade 11 learner from Hedela Secondary School, and I serve as the RCL President on circuit, district, and provincial level, representing all Free State learners. It is truly an honor and a blessing to stand before you today as we celebrate Teachers Month, World Teachers Month, a month set aside to recognize, honor, and celebrate incredible men and women who have devoted their lives in shaping minds, touching hearts, and transforming our future. Someone once said, a teacher takes a hand, opens a mind, and touches a heart. And I believe that captures the essence of what each of you do every day. You are more than just instructors of lessons. You are builders of dreams, cultivators of potential, and bearers of light in where darkness sometimes tries to creep in. When I look at our teachers, I see God's grace in motion, patience, steadfast, and full of love. Because teaching is not just a profession, it's a calling, and it's a ministry. The book of Galatians 6 verse 9 says, "Let us not grow weary in the good we do, for in due season we shall reap if we do not give up." Dear teachers, you may not always see the harvest of your labor immediately, but please know the seed you have planted in us are growing. Every word of encouragement, every lesson, every moment of guidance is shaping us into who we're becoming. Your influence stretches beyond the classroom walls. It echoes in the voices, in the choices we make, the values we uphold, and the confidence we carry. Your work may not always be seen by the world, but it is seen by God. And today, it is seen by all of us. We see your patience in everything that you go through. We see your passion, even when the challenges are many. We see your resilience, even when we test you. And today, with grateful hearts, we say, we see you. We honor you and we thank you. You teach not only with your words, but with your lives. Through your actions, we learn compassion. Through your discipline, we learn respect. Through your faith, we learn perseverance. As the RCL, representing every learner of this province on the rise, we stand united in gratitude. We thank you for believing in us, even when we struggle to believe in ourselves sometimes. We thank you for showing us that success is not only measured in marks, but in character, in growth, and in kindness. To quote Henry Adams, "A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops." And that's exactly what makes teachers extraordinary. Your influence never stops. It lives on through generations, to every learner you have taught, through every dream you have helped ignite. Today we speak God's blessing and favor over your lives. May He renew your strength each morning. May He fill your classroom with joy, patience, and purpose. May He remind you daily that you are seen and deeply appreciated. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for all you are and for all that you do, often unseen, often unpraised, yet always impactful. You are the heartbeats of our schools. You are the light that guides us forward. You are the heroes whose legacy lives through every learner you have taught. On behalf of the learners, we say, Happy World Teachers Month. May God continue to bless you abundantly, for you are truly the hands and heart of His purpose. Kyalebu. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Dawson, for your wonderful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, please know that wellness is outside, dentist is also outside, a dietitian, discovery is outside, as well as urologist. Anything that you may want to ask, they are available to assist you. And without any waste of time, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to call upon a true sports fanatic. You'll always see him whenever high schools are playing, even primaries. He supports school sports. I'm calling upon Advocate Tshwarelo Malakwane, the Superintendent General, to come and do his remarks and the introduction of the MEC. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Let me take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of our MEC, our Acting DDG, Ntate Montsho, our Director for the District on the Rise to Greatness, Tate December Moloi. And let me also take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of the SGB Council Chairperson, that is Libedi, All union formations present, I'm going to be generic because salutations are the responsibility of the program director. And all stakeholders that are present here, but most importantly, our teachers. I think this is perhaps one of the most profound gatherings we will have. I agree with you, Mr. Moloi. We have not, let's assume that this is how we start the bigger dream, the dream of effectively celebrating our teachers. And we'll be able stakeholders. I know when you were saying there were other issues that were raising, truly you were not espousing my values. You know I'm a teacher supporter through and through. And I carry that DNA and it rubs off from our MEC. That's our position as the department. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick disclaimer. I need to front load it at this point. The most innocent person in any gathering is a person who's requested to make remarks. Because remarks are subjective. So I've got monopoly on subjectivity, so I cannot be contradicted. I hope you understand. So I'll just make few remarks. The first remark is actually a quotation that comes from one of the fathers of Greek philosophy, called Aristotle. He says the sign of thorough knowledge is the ability to teach. So teachers, they dispense pedagogy predicated firmly on thorough knowledge. That is very important. That's the role they play as change agents and also as social engineers. I'm saying the fathers of Greek philosophy, they actually were the first form of teachers. They are the people who actually negated reliance on mythopoeic thinking and forced all of us to be deductive thinkers in approach and not rely on common sense. Because in most cases, common sense is uncommon. And it's also not involved with whether you are right or wrong. It simply says you are rational and you can support a conclusion, whether it's wrong or right. For as long as they are supporting premises, it shows logic, not necessarily that you are correct. Sounds like serious God speak, but it's not. The next remark I'm going to make is about the theme, very profound theme. And I want to really say to my colleagues, sometimes we say things and we actually may not mean them. But whoever says recasting teaching as a collaborative profession is actually speaking to one of the most profound pillars of skills for the changing world, which is collaboration. Other than other skills like critical thinking, but collaboration is what is going to take any business model or even any system forward. It is a shift from viewing teaching as an individual endeavor. That is a teacher simply working alone in classroom, to a point where we are seeing it as inherently collaborative, that teacher working together, sharing expertise, co-designing, co-teaching, mentoring, learning from one another. Recognizing that teachers are not just deliverers of curriculum, but knowledge producers and innovators who engage in research, reflection, and professional learning communities. If I was to ask this question 30 years ago, I know what the answer would be. Did we envision 30 years ago that teaching will be as complex as it is today? I agree with people who says this is not a career. It is a calling. It is a profession. We better love it because we aren't going to get rich doing it. I'm answering you, Chairperson. We are not careerists. We are called to be here, and we serve with assurance. I'm a teacher by extension. I'm positively influenced. I'm going to talk about why, in my view, we need to really celebrate teachers. Because teachers, they are deliverers of results. We are not delusional, we know that. If they are captains of the industry, they need to be respected for who they are. In an ecosystem as big as ours, we are diverse. We do have challenges, but the rational foundation upon which we are made as the department is in ensuring that we put our teachers first. When we had financial challenges, many union formations would know, we will ensure that we appoint teachers, the rest may suffer. Because teachers, they make us relevant. Without teachers, we are all fruitless and wasteful expenditure. Because if there was no cogent teaching, so there was brittle business model and there was brittle, I would say, the core business of the department did not justify that we all be here. Teachers, they actually bring championship home. That's why I'm saying the objectives should really about recognition of teachers' contributions to education and also national development. Whatever timber that you have, you bequeath it to the country, and it also determines the country's competitiveness moving forward. This event is also about raising awareness of the challenges that teachers face. Some of them were raised. We are not a perfect system. We are not going to come here and try to hyperventilate how we are surgical, how we are clinical in doing the right things. We are not perfect. We are not infallible. However, the doctrine of common purpose requires that we work together as a team. Mistakes will happen. We are the first ones to stand up and acknowledge them. We all need to work together to ensure that we protect this profession and moving forward. We also need to promote teaching as a valued profession, encouraging governments to invest in teacher education, recruitment and retention, and foster international collaboration and solidarity. Ourselves and a couple of unions, we did go to the United States where the concept of collaboration has been brought to life. I think we should leverage on that. It is a solid platform that's going to give us a launching pad. End of remarks. As I curtain call, let us continue to consume ourselves like proverbial candles in order to illuminate the way for those who depend on us, generations behind us. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mameki Julia Maboya is a distinguished education leader and one of South Africa's foremost voices in curriculum innovation, governance and policy transformation. She was born in Tumahole, Paris. She has devoted over 4 decades to advancing quality education and public service excellence. Apart from the master's degree she holds from the United Kingdom, she holds a PhD in curriculum studies in mathematics education from the University of the Free State, alongside several qualifications as well from other leading universities. She embodies a lifelong commitment to leading and leadership. Her visionary work has shaped curriculum reforms, teacher development, and literacy improvement initiatives that continue to position the Free State among the country's top-performing provinces. A former senior official in both provincial and national education departments, she is widely respected for her intellect, grit, integrity, and dedication to equity and transformation. Dr. Maboya also serves on several provincial and national committees, including the ANC Women's League's National Executive Committee, and she remains an active advocate for decolonized, inclusive, and future-oriented education that empowers every learner to thrive in a rapidly changing world. As I request that we all rise, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome an Honorable MEC, Dr. MJ Maboya.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. Sure. Program Director, allow me to acknowledge the presence of our Head of Department for Education, Advocate Malakwani, our Acting DTG, Date Monso, directors who are in our midst, Date Ditebe, as well as our District Director, Date Muloi, senior managers and other officials from the provincial and district offices, chairperson of the Provincial SGB Council, Datus Libeti, and other members of various school governing bodies who are in our midst, representatives of our entities, ETDP SITA, SACE, ELRC, representatives of Labour, SATU, NAPTOSA, SAO, NATU, PEU, and PSA. The RCL President, Mr. Jacobs, representatives of professional bodies and business, our esteemed education partners, funders, and sponsors who continue to invest in teacher development and learning innovation, our NTA winners, our devoted principals, SMTs, educators and learners across the Free State Province, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, goeiemôre, dumelang. Today, we gather not merely to celebrate a profession, but to honor a sacred vocation, one that stands at the intersection of duty, intellect, and love. Teaching, as we affirm today, is not simply a career. It is the moral architecture of every civilization. As we mark World Teachers Month 2025, celebrated globally under the theme Recasting, Teaching as a Collaborative Profession, we join the world in recognizing that collaboration is not a luxury. It is a necessity for the survival and renewal of our education systems. This year's theme, championed by UNESCO, ILO, UNICEF, and Education International, reminds us that teachers thrive not in isolation, but in community, not in competition, but in cooperation. The UNESCO Institute for Statistics reports that while teachers are the cornerstone of educational transformation, the share of trained primary teachers in sub-Saharan Africa has declined from 85% in 2000 to 69% in 2024. And trained secondary teachers, equally so, have declined from 79% to 59%. The same report warns that the world will need 44 million additional teachers by 2030 to achieve universal education. These sobering statistics are not distant abstractions. They call upon us here in the Free State and across South Africa to reaffirm the dignity, the development, and the collective empowerment of our teachers. The Kenyan writer Ngugi wa Thiong'o once said, I quote, "A teacher is the revolutionary who plants seeds of consciousness in the minds of the future," close quote. And indeed, to teach is to plant a tree whose shade one may never sit under, but whose roots sustain the forests of humanity. There's no doubt that teaching is where effort and impact converge. That's where they come together. The public good, as we would normally say. This year's event carries extraordinary significance as it celebrates not just individual excellence, but the collective determination to strengthen teacher voice, teacher agency, and professional identity. Remember, you are regarded as agents of change. So as agents of change, your voice needs to be heard all the time. This event stands apart. It coincides with the South Africa's hosting of the G20 Summit, which places education at the very heart of our national and global agenda. In alignment with this year's World Teachers' Day theme of recasting teaching as a collaborative profession, we reaffirm that collaboration is the cornerstone of transformation. The very same principle guiding our G20 Education in Daba themes. One of the themes was fostering collaboration with stakeholders to develop a capable, skilled ECCE workforce, and providing quality and fostering innovation in teaching through continuous professional development and lifelong learning. So it is by no coincidence that all those sub-themes under your G20 do also coincide with our theme of this year. Over 108 years ago, the young Karl Marx, in his essay on the choice of a profession, wrote that, I quote, "The chief guide which must direct us in the choice of a profession is the welfare of humanity and our own perfection," close quote. He reminded us that true vocation lies not in personal ambition, but in the harmony between self-fulfillment and service to others. And this is what this profession has demonstrated over the years. It's a selfless type of a profession. When other people are earning a lot, we are mindful of the fact that we are just hanging in there. But through the love that we have for our kids and for our country, we still continue to serve with love and dedication. In his timeless reflection, Marx went further to say, if we have chosen a career in which we can most of all work for mankind, no burdens can bow us down, because they are sacrifices for the benefit of all. Then we shall experience no petty, limited selfish joy, but our happiness will belong to millions. Our deeds will live on quietly but perpetually at work, and over our ashes will be shed the hot tears of noble people. Is this not the essence of teaching, the essence of what we are doing? That our labor is not measured by wealth or applause, but by the lives it transforms. It's about the impact. It's about changing the lives of our people. That is central to our profession. That our joy lies in the success of others and our immortality in the learners we empower. Every teacher, therefore, stands as a moral compass in a disorientated world, a steady light in communities where hope flickers, and a voice of reason where chaos seeks to reign. It is no coincidence that our own medium-term development plan, 2024-2029, investing in our people through education is central as we fight unemployment, as we battle inequality, and as we strive for inclusive growth. Yet, we gather here in a time of transformation. The classroom of 2025 definitely is not the classroom of 1995. I started teaching in 1980. The probability of 80% of you coming from my hands is almost 80%. Ke le rutile ba gaetsho, bogolo ba lona. So the classroom of today is totally different from yesteryear's classrooms. Technology has rewritten the rhythms of learning. The chalkboard gives way to digital screens, the textbook to tablets, and artificial intelligence whispers new questions about what it means to be human. But all the time we warn, worry. Artificial intelligence is kind of dictator, right? Because at times when we want to write a certain way, so we need also to be able to navigate that space in such a way that we are not overwhelmed by technology. And yet, amid all this evolution, one truth endures, that is, no algorithm can replace the heart of a teacher. That's where we differ from these robots. That's where we differ from these machines. They have the love. They do not have the heart that we as teachers have, the love for our children. As Paulo Freire reminds us in Pedagogy of the Oppressed, I quote, "Education is an act of love, and thus an act of courage," close quote. To teach in this age of complexity demands courage, courage to unlearn, to adapt, and to guide young minds through both the storms of information and the silence of uncertainty. In every township, village, and suburb of the Free State, from Botshabelo to Qwaqwa, from Transberg to Tabanchu, from Kwakwasi to Matlantlam, from Tumaholo to Mamahabane, teachers stand as sentinels of dignity. You confront overcrowded classes, we are quite aware of that. You are overwhelmed with emotional fatigue, social unrest, and yet you rise every morning to say, let the learning continue. You are not only educators, you are counselors, you are community builders and custodians of the nation's moral and intellectual fabric. That is why, as a department, we reaffirm our commitment to your holistic well-being. Through our employee wellness program, we are deepening psychosocial support interventions, hosting quarterly webinars on mental health and financial literacy sessions, because no teacher should carry the weight of the world alone. We are always here to ensure that we support you. This year's global theme compels us to rethink the culture of our profession. As UNESCO reminds us, collaboration is vital at every stage of a teacher's career. Yet, what we find is that too many teachers work side by side. Yet too many teachers work side by side, but alone. Sharing the same parking lot, but not the same purpose. Collaboration must not be the exception. It must become a norm. It must become a professional instinct. It must actually happen spontaneously. It mustn't be forced upon us. As Peirce writes in Breaking the Walls of the Classroom, I quote, "Isolation can be a side effect of becoming a teacher, but an effective teacher seeks collaboration, not solitude." Close quote. Through professional learning communities, your PLCs, we are witnessing a revolution in collegiality, teachers sharing resources, strategies, and mentorship. These are not bureaucratic structures. They are communities of Ubuntu, living testaments that I am because we are. Let collaboration become the new pedagogy in our province, one that transcends schools and districts, weaving a network of wisdom that uplifts every child, especially the African child. We cannot celebrate World Teachers Month without recognizing those who have carried this torch of excellence with distinction. We proudly salute our provincial stars who went out there to demonstrate that the Free State remains not only a center of educational excellence, but also a wellspring of inspiration, As we celebrate, let us remember that every child who enters a classroom carries a silent question, the question that says, am I seen? Am I capable? Am I enough? And every teacher in the Free State answers, yes, you are seen. Yes, you are capable. And yes, you are destined for greatness. Professor Soyinka once warned that, I quote, the greatest threat to freedom is the absence of the enlightened mind, close quote. You, our teachers, are the cultivators of our enlightened mind, the keepers of reason, compassion, and truth. The future of our democracy will not be determined by the noise of politics, but by the quiet diligence of teachers shaping ethical citizens in classrooms across the nation. As we look ahead, let us recommit ourselves to collaboration, integrity, and lifelong learning. Let us see teaching not only as an isolated struggle, but as a shared mission for human development and social renewal. In the words of Professor Lumumba, a teacher who ignites one mind ignites a generation. The destiny of our nations is shaped not in parliaments, but in classrooms. That's how central you are to the transformation of this country. So to every teacher in the Free State, whether in a remote rural school or an urban center, we say, you are the quiet architects of the future. You are not loud, Muslonane. Highly professional. But let me tell you, you are the architects of the future. You are the revolutionaries of the mind. You are the reason hope still has a voice. May you continue to institutionalize excellence. I can repeat, we are simply excellent. Let's continue to institutionalize excellence. Let's drive innovation and embed the culture of continuous improvement. May you illustrate the power of collective teacher professional development through vital hubs and platforms such as communities of practice, your PLCs, mentoring schemes, and core teaching initiatives to make sure that you co-reflect, you co-learn, co-unlearn, and co-relearn, and you inspire and innovate collectively. That's what you need to continue to do. And amongst other things, you must also understand that you are also co-constructors of knowledge. You know, the reason we are talking about collaboration is to illustrate that Lelona, you do have that capacity. These things, our learning communities, must actually happen from the school level. Don't wait for a subject advisor, as if subject advisor only this knowledge. You are co-creators of knowledge. In fact, knowledge stems from practice. You are better, your knowledge. The subject advisor, I'm saying, I've also been a subject advisor, and I know my posture was the posture erring. Because practice high informs theory high. When I tell a theory, so these people, they are more knowledgeable because they deal with learners on daily basis. I hope you understand. Est-ce qu'il y a des subject advisor dit la vérité? Who is we? Raitsibela he. But in the process, remember we are talking about a capable and a developmental state, right? So Renzeri tutor so that Lerona rebe our own subject advisors to ourselves, right? May we boldly declare as the Free State that through collaboration, the light of this nation shall never be extinguished. it will forever illuminate. As we gear ourselves up to take our #1 position, may you have a happy World Teachers Month celebration. Ki a leboga. I thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a big round of applause as we're taking our seats. Re leboge mokhuduthamaga wa thuto mo provinceng ya Freistata ka puo e matla eo a nnalaneng ka yone. And without any waste of time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call upon CIREC and VIE Directorate Director Re Selebogo Patrick Ditebe to come and do the vote of thanks. Ready, Ditebe sebaka ke sa hao. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Musimana gape Selondona ke a leboga rra ka tšhono re fang yona re le CIREC and Values in Education. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are celebrating. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to celebrate. Nale Tanzarela, I am working in the Directorate here, Sports, Youth, Arts, Culture and Recreation. We have time to be serious and we have time to celebrate. I just want to pass a vote of thanks. Before I pass a vote of thanks, ke tlo kopa kwa e re ntsheng chorus e monate. E tla irang MEC a bona gore ga mannete objective ya fanda ga re kreile ya go enjoya le matishere. Choir, I say choir ya sa ke choir. Doctor, come on doctor. Khalompinela rareng. Ale sa bini ke tlo le charge. Are bineng Thabo dula fatshe. A go ibine mo ka pele. Ka dula fatshe. O bane ke na Thabo dula fatshe. Ka dula fatshe. O bane ke na Thabo dula fatshe. Thabo dula fatshe. Ka dula fatshe. O bane ke na le Thabo dula fatshe. Ka dula fatshe. O bane. Come on. Thabo dula fatshe. Arieng. O bane ke na le Thabo dula fatshe. O bane ke na le Thabo dula fatshe. Ke be ka dula fatshe. O bane ke Thabo dula fatshe. O bane Thabo O bane ke na le Thabo O bane ke na le O bane Thabo dula fatshe. O bane ke na le Thabo dula fatshe. Bande O bane yes Thabo le ke na Thabo oh Thabo
Tabo, 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 ne, kenalembuya. Oh, tabo, 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 kewane, kenalembuya, tulafa, oh, kebeka, tulafa, si hovane, kenale. Tabo tulafa, hanke kebeka, linchebe, kabita meshaubane, kenale moya. Yeah. The purpose of that directorate is to ignite the fire so that learning and teaching can take place. That's why we are here. Honorable MEC Dr. Maboya, our SG Advocate Tshwarelo Humphrey Malakwani, ADDG, Senior Management of the Department of Education, provincial and district officials, all established protocols observe. Let me just say, all teachers who are in here, we all know that you are workers of the mind. Let me do what I was requested to do. We would like to pass our gratitude and vote of thanks to the following, starting with the program director, a very shy and humble person. Musimana Hapesu London. I must tell you, MEC, after you told me in our meeting in your boardroom, Handland MEC Ditebe, uduliseditse ndadendona. Inana kifita office ngarbat. Nduna is just quiet and onale rengas. Yapa. Kira MEC we votile. MEC, this is our champion program director. Kekopa otla mo challenge. They must come to us. We have trophies and medals. We will give them. Thank you very much, Ndaden Dona, for opening and welcoming and for ably directing the program. Ndade Tsatsi Edward Monso, for the purpose and setting the tone. Mr. Hopani, my best friend, thank you very much for making sure that you acknowledge the NTA winners. Yo, MEC, let me tell you, I heard people are winning 100,000 and everything. Nah, 2013, let me tell you what I won. I won the excellence in primary school leadership in the Free State. I won a big TV to replace the Spono TV. And I won a laptop and a data projector, camera, and an umbrella of MTN. But fortunately, I managed to go to national. And I must tell you, Mrs. Smith said to me, no, you are going to make it, Smith. But no, in Joburg, we are going to make it. In Joburg, I went there, I obtained position 2, and I won a bursary from the ETDPC of 20,000. I must say, the prices now are very good, ladies and gentlemen. It means that teachers are doing very well. And by listening to all the prices here, National Free State. I have a friend friends in some other provinces. I must tell you, the Free State prices are topping them. MEC, thank you. The prices are another province. Thank you. Right, ladies and gentlemen, those people are simply excellent, like what the MEC has said. The school from the Rosenhoff School, thank you, Neo, and your fellow colleague. And that poem, Yaki Musad, it really hit hard, I must tell you. Says, Mema Zibuko, thank you for stressing the importance of collaboration. Constable Silibedi encouraging parents and indicated that a first teacher is a parent at home. I think that is what we must take to our SGBs. And thank you very much for that message. Satu Choir, I want to come up with some quotes here. An explosive expression of humanity, rhythm, and harmony find their way into the inward places of the soul through music. Music is the ability to soothe, express emotions. Words cannot, and acts as a vital part of life. I must just say to you, thank you very much, Satu, for bringing your choir and making sure that we are singing, taking into account what my good doctor has said. These were the teachers singing. We are very, very proud of you. But I must just challenge you against the choirs. As a choir standing here, please take it upon yourselves to be conductors at schools. We are faced with challenges of people who are not teachers, who are conducting learners because of how they conduct themselves. We will take it further with the team, Tatemuloi and the other people in the unions. The ELRC, Merciful Ten, you stress the issue of the labor management participation program. I Googled it and I still have to go through it, and thank you very much, ma'am, for that. ETDP Sitan, Tatemukwena, you said you must celebrate and honor teachers. And then I really liked your renewal of partnership in front of everybody with the Department of Education. Satu Dademuloi, who acknowledged celebrating the teachers at all levels and said he would like even districts to celebrate teachers. And then he called parents to the party. Natu, Dr. Mohadi, my brother, adaptation to technology and other challenges, as well as other recommendations that you tabled. We're really thankful of that. Naptoza, Ndadidikoti, I don't want to mention your team here on this platform, but Ndadidikoti, what we liked about you, you said you are not honoring the invitation, but you are coming here to celebrate. And we are really celebrating. The South Africans Honor Vice Ini, Memutupi, heartfelt appreciation to the teachers, and we're talking about the tireless and unwavering love to the learners. And you also talked about the spirit of appreciation. PSA, Mr. Taule, you said education thrives where all stakeholders work together. Actually, that's what the MEC said. Free State RCL President, Minir Jacobs. Hey, Minir, you really planned your speech well. It also went a long way to say, you told teachers that they are your parents and teacher affects eternity. On behalf of all the teachers, Mr. Jacobs, we are saying thank you to the kids if you would really appreciate us like that. Thank you very much. SG, Ndate Malakwane, ke motho wa calibration and but you said, Ndate Malakwane, you talked about thorough knowledge and you also stressed on collaboration. I know Ndate Malakwane, they can say you are a lawyer, but I must tell them that during the ECD era, you showed that you are a teacher. Yes, thank you very much, Advocate. Honorable MEC, I'm not going to say much, but I'm just going to say, make sure that MEC, you understand that we are behind you. We love you, and we want the province to reach whatever you want it to be. We have listened to all your speeches, MEC, even this one today. Every time we are talking about collaboration, and every time you are also encouraging us to go forward. Thank you very much, Honorable MEC, for this wiseful thought of having this type of an August gathering. It is a norm. MEC said, teaching is a norm and is also a necessity. Let me also thank everyone who is in here, ladies and gentlemen, the drivers who drove on the way bringing our learners and teachers here. We thank you very much. Media and communications that are here, thank you very much. But I didn't hear anything about that keyboard. How is the keyboard? The organizing committee, thank you very much. I know it was difficult, but here we are. And we hope that you've learned some lessons from this and you're going to do even better than, but today is the best. I know it's the best one. The sponsors, the management of the department, I've already said. In conclusion, I quote, the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, The Great Teacher Inspires by William Atherward. Happy World Teachers Month. Enjoy yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Ntate Selebogo Patrick Ditebe. And ladies and gentlemen, this is almost how we come to the end of the program, but the following announcements. Please make sure as you move out here, everyone must have signed the registers. Mr. Matipe will be standing there at the back. Just go through to him and make sure that you sign the register. And ELRC has organized a token of appreciation to all the educators. Ntate Moloi, ke a itse morutabana. ELRC has organized something, a token of appreciation. As you move out of here, there's a table. Just go there and get a token of appreciation from the ELRC. They are eagerly waiting for you. Lunch is going to be served in the blue building. But firstly, I'm going to ask you to allow the MEC, together with the Superintendent General, this table to move out, and then you'll move out after them. Ntate Nhlapo kai? Ke kopa o nne wa tumele e re nako e bo MEC ba ntseng ba tswa o botlo go dira kgannye le nna le wena re dumelaneng ka yone. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself, you have been a wonderful audience. Give yourself a big round of applause. We are firstly going to allow the MEC, this table, to move out, and then immediately after that, I will give Ntate Nhlapo an opportunity, and then after Ntate Nhlapo, please take note that lunch will be served at the blue building. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. I didn't know that I will be the last person in this balcony, but now I'm so fortunate. God is too great all the time. Let me ask you first, are you all right? Are you all right? I'm asking again, are you all right? I didn't say, are you all right? Are you all right? Just a liar. You're all left. I'm asking you that, are you all right? And then you said yes. You're all left. Yes. Without wasting any time, let me introduce myself first. Then I'm Desmond Nhlapo. I'm from somewhere out there. Yes. I'm not a comedian, but now I used to entertain more people. So please, to go about Bandala safety belt now, because now, yes. Eric in something, Banabadi Kolo, Honalebo Tata, the Matichere. So, Hona Lentate Emung, Onale Waritia, Holoka, Wanahai, Aduda Fumana Noto Gatlasi. So, assignment Ufumana Noto, Gatlasi Ufumana Noto. So, Onalebo Tata, Melen Tate, Bare Wanaka, Tabea Ufumana Noto Gatlasing, please, Yantina, Kikopa Mosang O Onale assignment, Kikopa Wiki Sewa Kao never canta down to Tusa. Yaba Wana Ore assignment Kiena Papa Kinaleon Ntataya Mutusa. Kamara some of days assignment Yatla happy, Wana Ufumane Noto happy. So utuspekin tatwa hai ufumane noto happy. So ndationa ori mwana ka shwa how it had o hlo e thata ke a o thusa o fumana noto wa ingolla o fumana noto. So that thing is a huge mistake. So we have to consider that things, all of them. So honale a business ye ke rana mona ke a moshara ne. So that moshara you just pay 100 rand o patala bana batho ba 10 ka 100 rand monthly. So we are very cheap. But now the problem about the good things about that work that I'm busy with. So how lata mofua ha o ka la bohlano ro fa le stopo sa mahala. So akere o lata mofua ha o so ro fa le stopo sa mahala. So stopo sena se tla le bomme ba bararo ba llang. So because now you won't cry o lela ntho sa itsebeng. So stopo se sa mahala se tla le bomme ba bararo ba llang ke le kasi ge le sela le nama kaofela. So stopo se sa mahala se hoseng ha le se bona ka nako ya lefu family tlamehile e qale ka sona pele e se bolelle hore na pai ge se ba le nako e khutshwane fela please modimo ke eo. So ka lefung ha le bohle le tshentshana jwalo go la family pele e thole go bolla bomme bana ba bararo ene ga hira bo ausi re ga bo ausi ba llang ba tlolela topo sena. So we don't want CV, we want you then to come in my office, then you sit down, then you cry, then how last sello sana se hlomolang go fa le bonus. Yes, so ha re batle CV o la fela. So ene lefung le re ja pele re ka mabitleng. Yes, because re safer some things like chelete ka di after years. So how keta o ja re na re ja ka 1 go fikela ka 5 mofunza le ka 10 day before keta di dose ha re ka mabitleng. So le mo krista le mo ruti ore le jwala bona bonweleng a re thuso katela. So ha re qeta mo ha re qeta o ja re tla ka mabitleng ha re khutla ha re sa khutletse mane mo le fumene hlaile teng e mo le mo theo wa ha jwale ka hla tropo kwana left ha machabedi because of our policy include some of transport direct to your home from Mabitleng, Kenal taxi rank ko Mabitleng, but re bula fela on Saturday. So ke khola thwe le ngwe hantle. So okay, yes, I'm coming right now. Baba. Ko pale ska la ngopela diatla fela. Ngopela maoto. Okay, bye bye.